to seek shelter. Crystal.
Casa de Migrantes reported there has been about a 50% increase of people from Mexico, Central America, and Cuba seeking help from the shelter in San Luis Rio, Colorado, as they wait to be let into the United States. A new hope for those seeking the American dream among the migrant community, driving them to the San Luis border with hopes they will be able to cross on the promises made by the Biden administration. One shelter in San Luis Rio, Colorado, overwhelmed with migrants since the pandemic began. When they closed because of the pandemic, it was chaos because people would continue to go back to the border every 30 days. But over time, they would continue going back, and it was postponed until the third or fourth month. People calmed down and started working. Summertime was a waiting period. These last couple of days, we have seen a lot of people from Central America, mainly Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador. The recent increase after President Biden began allowing asylum seekers to wait in the U.S. for their cases last week, causing a flow of migrants to travel to the southern border. But at the San Luis port of entry, there were those still unable to complete their trip. Currently, only 3 ports of entries in California and Texas have allowed in asylum seekers into our country. Meanwhile, the San Luis Rio, Colorado Department of Public Safety says this year it has come across at least 40 migrants in the streets, waiting to cross the border but refusing to go to the nearest shelter. We have approached them in the downtown area and, of course, inviting them to the different temporary shelters we have, but they always refuse. They say they are passing through. Trigo says they try to convince them because of the unsafe conditions like coronavirus, crime, and the cold weather, but the offer is never taken. This as migrants continue to wait in border cities like San Luis Rio, Colorado, with the hope they will finally make it through. Allowing those to wait for asylum in the United States is part of President Joe Biden's commitment to, quote, rebuilding a safe, orderly, and humane immigration system. It has already been met by some opposition, especially by local, state, and national leaders, saying migrants shouldn't be released in our community. Reporting in studio, Crystal Jimenez, News 11.
Crystal, thanks. On the U.S. side, U.S. Sector Border Patrol continuing to deal with an